I'll say.
Now I'm getting excited.
Nice. Where you from?
Is everybody happy?
I like having fun.
We're gonna have some fun.
I like to laugh.
Is everybody happy?
I like having fun. Yes, I like to laugh. Is the life on Mars? Yes, my friends, we are back, and I hope everybody is up and shaking their butts. Get on up, Zoomers. Get on up, listeners. Everybody, pull your car over. Get out of the car and shout, I'm an office hours head. I'm an office hours head. I'm an office hours head. I do the office hours boogie. It is Thursday, November 10th, and we are live coming to you from Glendale, California. It's a chilly morning here, Doug.
Good horning.
Good horning to you, yeah. And I couldn't be happier to be here. What a great highlight of my week. As always, Victor Berger IV joining me behind
Let's
my
sip,
left
everybody.
shoulder. Let's sip, indeed. Let's take a sip of your beverage. Being respectful and quiet are my guests sitting to my left. And I will introduce now quickly. Robin Tran is here.
Hello.
Robin Tran, great comedian, roast master.
Get the applause
Well,
around here.
How do you like to describe your style, if you know?
I guess I'm like a shitty trans woman.
Okay.
You know, just one that doesn't lazy, shitty. I don't know. I would say annoyed defiance.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we
Thank you.
finally got you in here.
Yes.
You have
yes.
free reign to do, say, be anything you want to be in this room today. If you want to roast me, if you want to take me to task on anything, please.
No.
I get it.
No?
No, I think what everything you're doing is great.
Okay.
I need time to roast people. I need to do research.
Okay.
And then use empathy for evil, essentially, and just try to figure out what would actually like really hurt your feelings.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
stew on that as I continue through the. And last but not least, this is, and no disrespect to how I set you up,
No,
because
just-
I think there is a hierarchy.
Yes, and
to guests
I am
today.
below. Yes, I am beneath.
See, now I'm starting to take shots.
Go ahead. You're punching down.
You know him, you love him. I don't know what the hell he's doing here because he's got to be so busy. He's on the road, but he's in my garage right now. Bret McKenzie is here from Bret McKenzie. I'm not even identifying you as the Flight of the Conchords. I'm not even going to go there.
Okay, yeah, it's awesome. to be
Quiet
here.
now.
Oh, yeah, no, it's great. I'm psyched to be here. I got a little lost.
What
I
happened?
got to the garage. I was like, what?
Well, don't give
Where's-
any address away.
Okay, I won't get right. Somewhere in California.
You went to our undisclosed location.
Yeah,
It must
yeah.
be kept.
I missed. I went past the bunker.
Were you
I
in
was in
San
S-
Francisco last night?
Last night we played me and my band played the Fillmore gig last night. Then we drove down on the bus, woke up here.
Did you? That's how it goes. Somebody told me your bus broke down.
The bus broke down in the mountains between Salt Lake City and Portland. Spent a day up in the snow waiting for a
Jeez.
diesel mechanic. But it was quite good.
Any cannibalism happening?
No, we talked about who in the band we should eat.
The Donner Party.
Have you ever eaten anybody? Not sexually or anything like that, just sort of like...
Not to survive,
yeah,
you mean?
yeah.
A couple of times.
Yeah. Oh,
A couple
really?
of times, yeah. In New Zealand, that's often we get lost out in the wilderness. And, yeah,
Is there wilderness in New Zealand?
a couple of forests.
All right. Well, you have got a new album out. We're going to be talking about that. You have brought the band, of whom we don't know who remains. Is that how you say that sentence? Of whom we don't know.
I brought the remains of the band who made it through the mountains.
Not the drummer, though. Do you have a drummer?
Drummer didn't come. Yeah.
He ate him yesterday.
That's right.
Yeah.
Always eat the drummer. So it's going to be a packed show. But I always feel like I have things to say at the top of the show, but then I feel bad because my guests are sitting here just watching me.
Monologue.
Yeah,
Monologue.
I used to do
Come on.
I started doing this monologue, and it was a one-joke monologue, and it was very unpopular.
Yeah.
One of the jokes was Vic refused to understand the joke itself. He was committed to the idea that it didn't make sense on a fundamental level. I don't remember what it is.
You don't remember what it was?
Do you have any jokes?
Do I have any jokes? No, I have nothing. I'm just in a haze of hour in traffic and just like really panicked.
Where
about
were you
being
coming
late.
from? No address, please.
Well, I actually texted this address on the internet. Is that okay? Because other people are actually going to come by and say hi.
I've
No,
been
I'm kidding.
doxxed. I've been doxxed before. It's fine. We know how to deal with it. Sorry, I just had to take a sip.
No, it's okay.
Well, let me just make a couple of show announcements. By the way, I don't know if people are watching this show. I mean, I think they are. People talk about it. You know, right, Matt? There's a buzz about this show.
Many are talking.
But this fall of this broadcast, it's got to be the best show out there. I mean, and I'm not saying that out of disrespect to the best show, which I need to get to, because the big news is next week, me and Tom Sharpling are going to be. Do you know Tom Sharpling? Best show. You got to get on this. Yeah. You don't know Tom Sharpling?
Nope. No, I'm sorry.
Tom, take note. Take note of who doesn't know you.
Does Tom know who Robin Tran is?
I bet he does.
Of course.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Everybody knows you. I'm just saying, since September, I just want to roll this off real quick. Tenacious D. Now, you heard of them.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
That was wicked.
Oh, wait, let me back up for a second. I am going to be hosting the best show with Tom Sharpling
How's
next
everybody
week.
doing?
That's
Not
who's
with Tom
good.
Sharp.
Oh, I know who Tom is.
Yeah,
Not with Tom.
I just found out like 10 seconds ago.
now you know.
Nice.
I'm filling in for Tom, and Tom's filling in for me. So you're going to have Tom here next Thursday. You're going to be confused because you're like, who is this guy? But not you. And that's pretty exciting.
That's what people said when I came out too. They're like, "Who is this?"
Came out.
You're gonna be
in what way?
confused. You're
Yeah,
gonna be
I
confused.
see.
Yeah, it's a trans joke.
Do you want him to do like his impression of Tim? Or how do you want Tom to do it?
I don't care. It's up to him. He's told me privately that he's going to burn this show down. He is going to say things that will get us banned, and it's a kamikaze mission from
No disrespect.
We'll just get our blue check mark removed.
not Japanese, but it's close enough.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to play at your level right now.
Yes, I do. I do punch down a lot.
Anyways, but listen, Matt and Bret, not so much Robin. Tenacious D, Alyssa Limperis, of course, Jay Weingarten, Eric Bauza, Money Mark, Reggie Watts, Chapo Trap House, Daniel Romano, Adam Conover, Adam Curtis, Chelsea Peretti. Like, this has just been in this past couple months.
There's no one left.
There's no one left. That's the angle he takes.
We've done them all.
Just
Glass.
Go back around again. Start
You
again.
gotta bring him back.
Glass half empty, loosen hop.
That's not.
And
my-
now Bret McKenzie and Robin Tran. What a show.
I got mistake. I thought you were talking about Tenacious Z.
This is Generation Z?
No, what was it? Jack Black, right?
Yeah.
I thought that's who you were talking about.
No, Tenacious D.
Yeah. Oh, there was an original. Oh, okay, I get it now.
But
Yeah,
you
no,
thought they were
you're-
called Tenacious Z?
I think it's interesting. You had in the early
That's
2000s.
the covers band.
In the early 2000s, you had Tenacious D, and you had the Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah, we were
Coming
like the same crew, same
What
sort of
was
comedy team.
what was the
What was going on?
was that a rivalry?
They were slightly ahead of us.
Yeah.
Because they had a show on.
HBO.
Yeah, they had a show set in LA, and that's why the Conchords show was set in New York to make it.
You're the
different to
East
Tenacious-
Coast.
Yeah, the East Coast Tenacious
East Coast
D.
Tenacious D. A little kinder, gentler, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
A little more huggable.
Slightly psychedelic. Yeah.
Well, it's a tremendous run. What does that mean?
Thank you.
But you're. But the other thing I wanted to mention, and apologies for going on this, not related to you subject, if you don't mind.
No, pleasure. Please
And
do.
please respect this. I just
Yeah,
wanted
I
to take a
drink mine too.
minute and honor and shout out and respect the great Joe Estevez. If you're watching, you know Joe Estevez is a big part of the On Cinema world. He, this last episode that aired yesterday, there's a scene in there. Joe fucking slays. It's one of the funniest little moments from this man. You can watch it now on highnetwork.tv. But Joe is near and dear to our heart. We love Joe. And I asked him for permission to mention this. This is not a bit. Last year, we always wanted Joe for our Oscar special. But Joe was battling cancer. And it was, he had to go through the whole chemotherapy thing and recover. And he recovered successfully. He's back. He beat it. I hate when people say they beat cancer. I think that's true. That's kind of disrespectful to people that don't. But he did, for lack of a better way to discuss it. And he came back raring, and we're just so happy. And I just want to shout out to Joe Estevez for being the greatest. Watch the new episode because his performance in that is so fucking good. And we love you, Joe. So
He's the best of the Estevezes.
He is.
well,
All of them.
we're not ranking
Machines.
Well, if
Estevez.
we had to.
Thought you were about to do another
Moment of silence.
Yeah.
You won't rank Estevez's, but you rank Brett and then me.
Yes.
That's okay. You only rank your guests
In
to their
person.
to their
Well, they're not
face.
here to defend themselves.
Would you put him above Sheen?
Oh,
Charlie.
definitely.
Okay.
It's hard to. I mean, Marty Sheen is top Sheen.
Marty, is that you guys
Marty,
buddies?
yeah.
Call it Marty? That's cool.
Where was I, Matt? Who knows? Anything else I need to discuss?
No business.
All right. Well, then that's our show. Thank you guys for coming.
All
in.
right. Well, it was nice. It was an hour in traffic, and it's been a pleasure to.
No, let's watch your Twitter numbers go through the roof after this. Are you one of these people that are staying on Twitter?
I don't know. I mean, my old account got banned, so I have no idea. Like it's.
You have a new account that we should be promoting?
Well, it's like Robin Tran backup, but it's like and I
Back it up.
and I just had a backup account. I don't know. It's like I think that it's like if you don't get verified now, it's like your email going to a spam folder. I think that's
Yeah.
what you. So it's like I don't know. I'll be on it, but I'm not really going to use it anymore.
Are you on this service, Twitter?
Never really used Twitter. No.
How do you communicate with your audience, or
I've
don't
just
you?
started using Instagram,
Instagram.
and that's been quite fun.
Parlor. You're on Parlor, famously.
Parlor.
Oh,
Truth.
yeah.
It does seem to be a mess. They've launched this way you can buy a verification now
Yeah, for $8.
for $8, and it's a total mess.
Yes.
My mentions are just full of blue check marks that are nonsense people, and
Yeah, people are buying and then they're like doing like a fake Nintendo account.
Yeah.
They're just like using their names to do fake corporate accounts, and I think this is
I saw that for what's his name, King James. What's that basketball player?
LeBron James.
LeBron
Yeah.
James. Yeah, said somebody made it look like he's like looking for a new team or resigning or whatever.
this doesn't seem to be a good strategy because somebody wrote on Twitter, the beauty of this new policy is that somebody wrote this on Twitter with a verified badge, and their name is Goose Labu. I don't know. Just
Nice.
The beauty of this is each account that gets verified pays $8. Twitter keeps the money and suspends the account. It's genius, and I hope more folks do this. It's free money for Twitter. Elon Musk responded with a target, smiley face, and a bag of money.
Oh wow, that's wonderful.
emoji, so-
What a cool guy.
Sounds like a good long-term plan. It's fun. I listened to him yesterday. They did this like town hall kind of Twitter Spaces where we can listen. You know,
Yeah.
it's like an interview with him. And it's very confusing because he comes across sounding very reasonable and like thoughtful about these issues. And he answered a lot of questions. And like, there's a version of him that's together and seems like he's trying to do the right thing. And then it's that like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing. Then when he actually uses the thing, he's like a complete psychopath.
Yeah.
And I think he's like showing his whole ass too by like tweeting so much and just showing his brain is not really that, that above us. He's not that much of a genius as he likes to say.
I relate to that specific part of it though.
Yeah.
Just that, in real life I'm kind of, okay, but on Twitter I'm a psychopath.
That's true.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
It is.
So I get,
brings
but
the
I'm
worst
also
out.
not a billionaire who owns.
I'm
the-
terrible.
Right.
I'm
Right.
mean.
I'm very mean on
I'm
Twitter.
mean and like get very angry quickly.
Yeah.
But that's not how I am in my right, Vic?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, that Elon picture you're putting up, I did like a Photoshop where he looks like a Hammer brother on Mario. I took like just like a little helmet and
How do you get your body to do that?
Rib
Puffed.
implants.
You've been a lot of air imported
He's
into
got the
his-
popcorn lung from the vaping.
Yeah.
All right. I guess somebody just know Jesus Christ has now been verified. You have
that's great.
Jesus here.
he has
so-
12 followers. Get it?
All
right.
right.
Thank
The
you, everybody.
apostles.
All right, everyone, have a good day.
All right. No, let's take a zoomer. I'm sure everyone wants to ask Brit questions.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I get fooled into calling you Brit,
Brett.
but it's Brett.
It's Brett.
Brett.
Are you living in America or are you living in New Zealand?
Living in New Zealand, in Wellington.
Wow.
I haven't left the country for years because of COVID, so it's pretty buzzy
You're
being
wretched?
back over here. Yeah,
You got kids? You got kids.
3 kids.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
Nice to be away.
It's pretty fun. Actually.
Valerie and Jeff.
What was that?
Valerie and Jeff have a topic.
Oh, these guys are going to be. You know what they're going to be doing.
Given them,
Show what you're going to be playing. But that's not fair because that's
For what?
Australia.
No, that's
Oh, I
Vic's
did.
drop.
Oh, that was me.
Living in a
just
land down
that's
under.
The closest
That's-
I had.
It's still down
Colin
under.
Hay. It's still down under. I'll take it. I'll accept that. I like it. I like it.
Colin Hay sat in that very chair about 6 months
Colin
ago.
Hay's so good, right?
He's so great.
Yeah.
Matt, do we have a Zoomer that wants to say good morning?
Valerie,
Colin.
yeah, Valerie and Jeff.
Yeah. Hi, Brett, huge fan. I saw you in 2006 in Austin at the South by Festival that you guys turned into a documentary and was like a huge fan from day one. So super excited to get to talk to you.
Jesus Christ! Just because he said fucking Austin, they get the.
We live in
southern-
Denver. We're not from Austin, don't worry.
okay.
But anyway, we're going to New Zealand actually in 2 months for our
You
10
can come and
wedding
stay. You can come
anniversary.
and stay. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, just wondering like what's
What's
the
my
one
address?
thing that what's your address? What's Sam Neill's address? But basically, what's the one thing we shouldn't miss out on? We have like an extra day in Queenstown, so we were wondering anything around there that you could recommend.
Yeah, I really like. There's a town called Paradise where you go
Okay.
south of Queenstown. There's this beautiful old sort of tens of thousands of year old beech forest. You can walk through there, and it's where they filmed the. You sort of walk through, and there's like moss that's grown for like 100,000 years. So you go these walks, and then that's where they filmed all the Lord of the Rings kind of foresty scenes.
Nice.
It's pretty.
Your scene, they filmed your scene
pretty,
in there?
It's pretty rad in there.
We went there,
Oh.
right? Remember, Tim?
I don't remember that.
Wow.
I would say there's a few things you want to avoid. Don't do that jet boat thing.
Yeah, the jet boat
yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
That's good to know.
We just canceled it.
don't get it. Don't do
Yeah,
the jet boat.
Some people die on the
do
jet
the
boat.
luge though. The luge is fun.
Oh, you
We're
have been?
doing-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't go to the
Bungee
southern
jumping.
part
you
of
didn't
the
come.
island.
That was just me and Eric.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, yeah, the luge is rad. Yeah. Really
Oh,
cool.
okay.
The luge
Thanks.
is
That's
fun.
good to know.
Yeah.
We're doing bungee jumping, so that'll be a good experience, I think.
Yeah,
That looks absolutely
that'd be good.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Sweet.
Well, safe
But if
travels.
yeah.
I gotta do it from high enough that if I fail, I die.
No one's died there though. I
okay,
checked.
okay.
All right.
No one's ever died in New Zealand though.
Thank you so much.
No one's ever done
Thank
that.
you.
No.
Very old
Robin, I'm a
population.
big fan of yours too.
Vic told me this right before you walked in that you were in one of the you were in the Hobbit.
I was an elf. Yeah, but
Wait,
to be
you
fair,
you were
Tim,
you weren't
to be-
in the Will Ferrell movie Elf. You were you
Oh, yeah,
were
no,
an
I
elf.
was an elf. Yeah,
Okay.
I wish I was an elf. But to be fair, the majority of New Zealanders were in the movie.
What? Tell me about being in the. It's the Hobbit though, right? The lesser films.
Everyone in Wellington, you go to the casting place and they had three silhouettes, like three lines drawn on the wall.
Yeah.
One was short. If you were short, you were a hobbit. If you were tall and thin, you were elf. And if you were really big and strong, you were an orc.
Right.
And they were like, go through that door. Go through
Did
that.
you-
Like,
no, did they-
literally
oh, wait.
everyone. My brother was an elf. My dad was a king.
Did you know? sorry.
Joe Rogan was in the movie, right?
He was.
He was the shortest elf in the movie.
That's right. Keep going with that. Appreciate that.
He's an orc.
He was an orc. He was an orc.
An orc.
He was the smallest orc. No, they knew who you were.
What?
They knew who you were when they cast you in that movie.
No, I was just a local dude.
No,
Local
come on.
skinny, I was a local skinny, thin dude who
Did
looked
you-
elfin.
Here's a good question. Did you have lines in the movie?
First movie I had no lines.
Yeah.
Second movie I had one line.
So you get the residuals.
Yeah, I get the residuals. Yeah, I think I get like 50
What's your
cents.
line? Do you remember it?
I talked to Liv Tyler. I go, my lady, we cannot delay. That's what I said. You remember it?
See, I would
You don't
be-
remember that?
See, I didn't. You know what?
Yeah.
Look, come on, man.
I had that movie memorized.
This is controversial probably because in the on cinema world we always joke about the Lord of the Rings, but I genuinely love the Lord of the Rings movies,
Great.
but the Hobbit movies
A little wonky.
not so
a bit
great.
Wonky,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I didn't make it to the second Hobbit movie, so I didn't get to see your performance.
I'll send you a copy. That's
Yeah.
cool.
All right. Maybe I'll get back into it. I don't know. It's that whole thing where it was like shot at a weird format,
Yeah.
on a weird
so
format.
your eyes have kind of flicking
Yeah.
weirdly. Yeah, I
It's like
agree.
you're watching an old like Lifetime movie.
It's like shot on like a sports camera.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a hustle, though, right? The Hobbit is such a good little book, right?
Yeah. And then they
I mean,
stretched it out.
One movie would have been pretty great.
Yeah.
But they made three.
I couldn't tell. Like, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't know who I was supposed to care about. What the hell was? It already seemed like they had found the ring, or was it set before the Lord of the Rings? I don't know.
Yeah, it's before, so you already knew what was going to happen.
Right.
That's the problem, eh? There's no tension. There's no tension.
Well, congratulations on that movie that Tim hates or didn't watch. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it.
Not like he made it or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, send me a clip of that one line you did.
Yeah, I will.
Send me an MP3 file.
It's powerful stuff.
I'm not kidding about those residuals. I did one line in that Bridesmaids movie, and those checks keep coming in. You ever been in a movie?
No, I haven't. Thank you.
Let's do the city of the day, right? This is a good part of the time to do the show. Watch how I get this right, boys. The city of the day is brought to you by Christian Bale. No one wants to see a holy man behind bars, so thank God for Christian Bale. The bail service made for Christians, by Christians. We believe preachers and pastors should never be locked up with a bunch of demons. They need to be doing the Lord's work. That's why Christian Bale will offer the cash to get them back at their pulpits, preaching the gospel in no time. Doesn't matter if you've accidentally stolen from your flock, defrauded your congregation, or have been falsely accused of molesting a child by liberal devils. Christian Bale is there to secure your freedom and justice. Blessed news!
Bless
You look so not comfortable with this.
I'm just confused.
Yeah, I'm confused too. It's a play on the actor Christian Bale.
Called Christian Bale. He's endorsed it though. He loves it.
It's coincidentally he is for it, but it is no official affiliation. Christian Bale
He's paid for this.
Yeah.
He's paid for this.
Christian Bale customers will receive a free copy of Christians Later. Oh, Christians Later. Christians Later.
Christians later.
The Christian adult magazine that any disciple would covet. Christians Later features revealing pictorials of the most libidinous passages from the Bible. So next time you're locked up, let your prayers be answered by texting I did not sin to 926 heaven. That's I did not sin to 926 heaven. What is that supposed to be? That's just a random number.
That's
There's
just a
no
number.
wordplay in there.
That's
You're
the
delivering
number
this like your fake special. Like parts of this, you sound
That's
like
who I am.
this is not
I
a
mean,
thing special.
I don't pre-read these.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Well, these are official, so I wish these were satire.
No, this is not satire. I just don't do my homework. Who is the city of the day, Matt?
Bip, take it away, Bip.
Hello. My guess is that the city of day is Galway, Ireland.
Your guess?
He's guessing.
Galway, Ireland.
Is it or is it not? You determine what the city of the day is.
Oh, I get to sit. Oh, yeah. Sure. Why
it's
not?
not a game.
It's the city you're in. You can't just pick a city. It's the city
Oh,
you're
okay. I
in.
didn't realize that. I guess it is Galway, Ireland then.
Yeah.
That's the same. Okay.
Is that where you are?
Yes.
All right.
Are you Warren Miller, the ski movie director?
I am not.
Oh,
That
okay.
is not me. I have directed a few short films. You probably haven't seen them.
No.
Low budget. Many people have not.
What do you do in Go Away?
Well, I wrote a book. Actually, thank you for letting me promote it back in March when I first released it. But
Oh,
I just
yeah.
had my official launch of it on the weekend because there was an Irish vegan gala and they invited me to launch my book there because I'm a local, well-known vegan around these parts. So it was great fun.
Local, well-known vegan.
Yeah.
What's your book called?
Horse to the future. You have to come over here.
What's
My
some-
daughter wants to say hello.
What is some Irish
Hi.
vegan food that you can?
Hi.
What does that taste like?
Hello.
What's it like having a
Probably
nutty
don't
dad?
remember me.
What's that
You
there?
probably don't remember me. A couple of years ago, I was crying when I was a baby.
What?
Yeah.
You're
on the show?
On the show.
On the show?
On the show, I
Wait.
called in and she was crying in the background.
Aw. Well, look at how you've grown.
And you said, would somebody please shut that kid up?
Okay, thank
But
you.
it was a joke. She knows it was a joke.
Yes. Well, I love seeing stable fathers out there. I think we need more.
How many other well-known Irish vegans are there?
Oh, I don't know. There's a good few. There's a lot of vegans I find in entertainment. A lot of writers, a lot of musicians, a lot of actors. So
Is
it
your
was
book
good. It
about
was-
being vegan? What's the book about? I don't remember.
No, it's a comedic. It's a comedic novel. It's in the vein of Flann O'Brien, John Kennedy Toole,
Oh,
Hunter
nice.
S. Thompson.
Well, so it's out. Can people read it? I'm so just confused. I'm just confused.
Yes, it's out now. People can read it. You can find it on Amazon. Norse to the Future.
Don't ask me to do the audiobook, by the way. I'm not interested.
What food? What vegan
Do it
food
now.
is there?
We'll do it now.
Yeah, I'll do it now.
Irish food. How do you? What is that like haggis and stuff?
That's Scotland. How dare you?
Yeah,
It's the land up.
No, the thing about Ireland is anything you order, they put potato chips with it. The whole time you go get
Yeah.
a sandwich, they put the little pile of potato chips, like you might get a side salad.
Yeah.
But in Ireland, there's a little pile of chips with every meal.
Chips
You-
or crisps?
That's the correct
Crisps.
the
You have
correct
too
way to
much-
serve everything.
Do you have too much potatoes now? Before you didn't have any.
Yeah.
You got.
Yeah, that
They're
was
traumatized by it. They're
famine.
overcompensating.
Yeah.
How do they make the vegan blood pudding?
That's Scotland
Oh,
as
they
well.
do make that.
It's just that
And
red.
actually-
It's that red dye they use at Halloween.
Yeah.
It's just oatmeal, I think, mostly.
I guess I don't know what a single Irish food is
can't
besides
think.
McDonald's.
That's Scottish too, isn't
Fish
it?
and chips.
What's the difference? Because you're MAC, right, Brett? Or you
MC,
MC?
yeah.
What's the difference between an MAC and an MC?
I don't think there's much difference.
An MC is the rapper, and the MAC is the laptop that he sings into.
The what?
Okay, I just brought it to a
I
screeching
actually had the same thought, so I'm glad I didn't say it out loud. Like literally the same exact joke in my head.
Yeah, what is an Irish classic Irish meal?
Irish stew?
Irish stew, yes.
Yeah, there's
Guinness,
like
a
a-
Guinness, right?
Six
Yeah,
pack of
Guinness.
beer.
Yeah, and maybe a vegan fish and chips. So like a fried tofu with chips kind of a thing.
I was in Dublin years ago, and I just felt like, well, I could be in Boston. Like, there's no, you go to this famous Irish pub, and it's just the same shit you get over here. It's not like it doesn't feel like you've left your culture. It feels
But
like
no, but
yours.
in places like Galway, I think it's Galway. That, like in Dublin, there's that street that is a bit like Boston.
Yeah.
That's almost like a tourist street
Cobblestone.
for Americans who go to Dublin.
Right.
But then once you go to Galway, the pubs are full of like these amazing folk musicians who are just jamming out.
See, I need to
late
get
into
out
the
of the-
night.
I need to
It's
get
really
out.
beautiful.
Are you going to read this Bono book?
No, but I was at the premiere of Banshees of Inisherin, and I was on the red carpet, and Bono walked by me, and it was a very surreal moment.
I bet.
Is Bono gonna make us all download it on our phones without our consent?
I was reminded of that. I was
It's gonna
sitting
show
next.
up on all our phones.
Yeah, what the fuck? I didn't.
Can you
download
bring up the? This bears reminding. The cover of that album. Do you remember the cover of the album that everyone downloaded? That had to download.
That came onto our phone,
Yeah.
into iTunes automatically.
Can you picture it in your head?
Is it Bono with sunglasses?
No. It's going to
airport.
shock you.
I don't remember it.
I don't remember either.
Oh, are you going?
What?
Are you going to? You're going to remember it immediately because it was seared into our brains.
Oh, it's this. Wow.
Matt's going to bring it up on the screen.
Gotta find a.
It's very strange. And the audience now at home is looking at it. I know what it is. I can picture it. They're like ahead of the game. All right. What the hell's taking so long to
I
find
know,
a
they're
fucking
all
album?
tiny. They're all like. There you go. It's a little pixelated. But.
Watch
Jamie,
this.
Jamie, pull it up.
That's it.
Wait, that's
Oh
his
my
son,
god,
right?
is that
That's
it?
not the album.
Yes, it is!
Not.
Dude,
Who's he hugging?
that's either Clayton or Mullen. I don't know which.
That's Clayton, I think.
No, it's
No,
Mullen.
that's Mullen.
Oh,
Clayton's the bassist.
oh yeah, yeah.
Wait, is Clayton sucking off Mullen?
That's Larry.
Ed just thinking we should.
Is that
are you-
Bono?
are
Is
we-
that Bono down the bottom?
No.
It's not.
So let me just make
It's
this
Boner.
joke.
It's
The
Boner.
edges, the edge is thinking maybe we should be mulling this over a little more before we go. But
Mullen is edging Boner.
no, but from what I understand, that's that's Mullen with his arms wrapped around his son's waist. That's a father. What's the name of the album, Matt?
Songs of Innocence.
Ironic.
Wow.
About to give his own son a blowjob. That's awful. I know that's not your sense of humor, Brett.
Oh, Tim, can I ask you a Joe Estevez question?
I've moved on from that, but sure.
Did you ever ask him about working on Apocalypse Now?
No, but the story, I mean, we've talked about it. The story is that Joe Estevez, whose brother is Martin Sheen, did a lot of the narration and the voiceover narration in Apocalypse Now because his brother was incapacitated for some reason.
My dad worked on Apocalypse Now, but he was like there.
Oh, really? Some of those napalm scenes.
He got out of there, you know. He didn't like this movie very much.
Jesus Christ. All right, enough with you, Bip. Thank you.
Thank you.
You've caused nothing but trouble on the show today. All right, Matt, let's take a hotline call. I like the hotline calls these days.
Need 1 sec. I forgot to pull it up today.
How's the tour been going generally?
Man, it's been so fun.
Is it really?
It's been so fun. And actually, we played a gig in, I think it was
Galway?
St. Paul.
St.
And
Paul?
Someone in the audience goes, so I do a bit in the show where I talk to the audience about, I write a song with the audience.
Oh,
and like
that's a good idea.
Ask for like you should try, it's fun. And but there's two people at the front, they said, we came here tonight, the last show we went to was Tim Heidecker's show. And
what did they say? What was the follow-up?
well, they said, you do a bit in your show, you say, who came here alone tonight?
Yeah.
And they got up. They were the two people that got up. They'd come to the show alone.
Yeah.
And you brought them together.
Yeah.
Then, 2 months later at my show, they randomly have been seated next to each other.
Oh my god.
So the last time they saw each other was when you
was
brought
at
them
my
on
show?
stage at your show.
Oh,
and then they
that's
sit
so
down to
great.
watch my show and they're sitting next to each other. And so they said, it's crazy. And the guy is so excited. And the woman is really not that excited.
Sounds about right.
Anyway, it was a really cool moment.
This is not fate. That's what she was telling him.
That's always a beautiful moment on our show. There's people that come to the show alone, and I want them to feel welcome and have a good time. And,
So you bring them up on stage?
Yeah.
And then they meet each other?
I make them kiss.
Yeah, great, yeah.
Very uncomfortable. Well, that's nice. That theater in St. Paul, I'm trying to picture it.
It's where they do
Beautiful.
Prairie Home
Yeah,
Companion.
the beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful
Yeah,
theater. How's your health on the road?
It's holding up. It's getting a little flaky now, but
Yeah.
so far so good. 5 weeks in.
And how is it? Because you and I are almost in like a similar career trajectory.
I know the weird thing of like going from doing a comedy show to
Yeah.
like a more of a music show.
Yeah.
The audience are mostly confused about what's going on.
Really?
Yeah, but then
You
the
win
show,
them. You win them over.
I win them over, but they part of them is like, what's he up to?
Yeah.
What is this thing? Is that what you found?
Yeah. Do you?
But you're further in. You've done a few albums, but the audience once they get into it, and the show ended up being, the show is actually pretty. It ends up being quite funny. It's hard.
Well,
not to
that's
do
what
jokes.
you can't help but be
Can't-
funny.
Once you start talking
Yeah.
and interacting with the crowd, it gets pretty.
Now, are you strict about you don't do any Concord songs?
I do one Concord song, which is the audience are thrilled to hear.
Right.
Because
Well, humble brag this guy is. I can't just help be funny, you know.
Yeah, well,
I open
it's-
my mouth, the comedy just comes out.
Well, you know,
I'm not even trying.
I mean, I'm not even doing jokes. Just like going,
Yeah.
you know, just that sort of stuff. Like, where are you
Yeah.
from? What are you up to? You know,
Yeah, yeah.
just like random
Second
stuff.
nature.
Well, I think once you're in a music gig, you know the way when bands start talking, it's often quite funny.
Yeah.
It's not the same as a comedy setup. If you're in a comedy club, what I'm doing would not be okay.
Right.
In a music venue,
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
can just talk about sort of little things that are happening.
You're so nice. You don't yell at anybody or anything like that.
No, I'm quite polite. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a good move. I think it's a smart move.
It's been super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Trevor and I have this massive band, got like 8 people in the band.
Are you? Do you have an opening act?
Nah, just do 2 sets.
too.
Because also when you go to a show, I don't like opening acts anyway. I get down like, how much longer do I have to
And
wait?
no offense, and this is this great way for a younger band or a smaller band to get exposure
Yeah.
and be seen. But the people going to these shows just want to see the show. That they
That's my buzz as well. And then also, people haven't been going out that much. So you kind of, well, a lot of my audience also, you got like, if you're at my age, you're like, you want to go home pretty much. As
Oh,
soon
I
as you
can't
get
wait
there.
for as soon as I go to see a show, I can't wait to leave.
Yeah. I prefer to just like, even in comedy, I just prefer to kind of just come out and just do my hour. And
Yeah.
if it's a really good hour, they'll be happy, and then they'll
Everyone's happy. Everyone's happy if it's shorter, right?
Now I do something different because I am my opening act. I come out and do the stand up, do my
that's
stand up
cool, that's
character
cool.
for 30 minutes or so. But you have two sets worth of material.
I do 2 sets.
They're 15-minute sets though.
yeah,
He's like the Beatles. Shea Stadium.
they're like TikTok sets. Yeah, they're 2.5 minutes.
Just a medley. You just get to the chorus. And you go to the next one.
I like those old bands. Like, who would be a good band like this that had like one hit and they end up doing they do that song twice in their set? Who's a good example of that? Like,
Close.
Oh, who did that?
Oh, do you remember?
Dexy's Midnight Runner.
Oh,
is my
Do you
yeah,
remember
yeah.
like Chubby Checker did like the twist, and his next song was like Twist Again?
Oh, I know all
This is-
about it.
Dude, this is his.
This is my wheelhouse.
I'm
here.
obsessed with that.
Have you ever heard the Texas twist? That's
No.
very good.
Is that-
there's
is that a
There's
real thing?
oh, yeah.
Do you have your
All of
do you have your Chubby Checker news ready?
Yeah, I got some music news.
We don't plan this show, folks.
No, I didn't know. I had no idea.
Robin brought this up out of her own
Wow.
head, but we do have some breaking Chubby Checker news. We're going to go to Vic now with some breaking music news.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, that's good.
I think this is.
I wasn't going anywhere.
I think
I
it's
think you
breaking
threw
from.
him a life raft.
Yeah.
All right, this is a new story from 1989, I believe. It was the twist with a twist. Chubby Checker came to Morris County to sing some of his fabled tunes, but by the time the Oldies concert at Parsippany Hills High School ended, the MC was bleeding, the crowd was unhappy, and Checker had left the building.
Checker.
Yeah, so he's
Checker.
I've been doing this now for over 21 years. MC Ronnie Italiano, who goes by the stage name Ronnie, said yesterday, I never ever had this before. Problem started when organizers introduced Checker. He didn't come out. 2 other oldies bands, Eugene Pitt and the Jive 5 and the Delmonics, who had just played about 1,000 people. Italiano, who owns Clifton Music Center in Clifton and who booked the other acts, said Checker's bodyguard was ironing some pants
No, as they do.
and told him the musician would be out when he was ready. After about 15 or 20 minutes, Checker took the stage, but stopped in the middle of his second song, The Hucklebuck. Police witnessed. A woman in the audience was videotaping the performance, and Checker asked her to stop. When she continued, he threatened her. Police said the woman's husband then yelled at Checker. About 1/3 of the audience got up and left. Checker's got a certain humor. I'm trying to see what else here. So the man said Checker's contract specified no video cameras would be allowed at a show.
Imagine videotaping something in
wow.
1989, though. That's
Yeah.
like a big deal.
Right, right.
It's like Chappelle even back then. Put your cameras in this bag. Yeah.
Put your cameras in this giant safe.
So then, Checker, who was on stage about 6 feet above Italiano, grabbed the cord to the microphone and yanked it. The cord tore, and it cut Italiano's hand.
Oh.
Italiano, in turn, said he
Italiano.
There's no way that's a real name.
I know Italiano. So, in turn, he threw the microphone at Checker, hitting him in the chest. After some pushing and shoving.
This is like Altamont.
This is insane. Yeah. Checker left the stage, and Italiano started making cracks to the audience about Checker. Officials said Checker then came out from behind the curtain to challenge Italiano. That's when patrolman Vince Policastro and Sean Clark got on stage and separated the two men. Neither Checker nor Italiano wanted to press charges. So.
Wow, it was like Apocalypse Now there, huh?
Yeah.
On that stage.
I feel like they were really
Thank you.
setting it up with the bodyguard ironing the pants.
Yeah.
I thought something was going to happen with that iron.
Yeah, exactly.
The old misdirect.
Yeah.
Who's the other artist that's like known for being chubby?
Oh, well, it's
Fats
Fats
Domino.
Domino.
Fats
He totally
Domino.
just
Is he the
ripped off-
original?
No, Fats
Yeah, Fats is the original. Fats is the real deal.
Yeah.
And then what comes next after? So Fats, Chubby, Domino, Checker. Right. It's a 1-to-1.
Right.
But Vic loves Chubby
I
Checker.
love Chubby.
Do you love him genuinely, or is
No.
it just?
I wonder if there's other knockoffs.
Is that, did you know that story? Is it the Chubby Checker story where he did a show? He's been booked to do a set, and he finished after 55 minutes, and they left the building. They're like, no, you said you contracted for 60 minutes, and he goes, I would have been 60 minutes if the drummer hadn't played so fucking fast.
Oh my god,
Is that true?
that sounds about right. That could be him. Yeah, we had some interactions with Chubby over the years.
Yeah. What was the? We tried to get him on this special we were doing, and what was their
It was
counter?
we just wanted because we were in Philadelphia where he lives, and we were gonna stop by and do a 5-minute interview. And he's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it, but it's going to cost you $150,000." And then we're like, "Well, we don't have that kind of
your
budget."
budget is $125,000.
Yeah, exactly.
And oh man, 150.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
So we've got $150.
Yeah, that's more like it.
So we countered with $1,500, and he said, "No, it's not going to work." Now it's going up to $1 million, and I won't dance, and he's not going to do the twist for us.
No twist.
So it didn't work out.
Speaking of, you brought his name into the conversation. What about this Dave Chappelle hosting SNL, huh?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like the funniest episode.
It's
of
been
all
really
time.
funny this year.
Yeah. He's gonna give a dramatic monologue, and it'll get as many laughs as the entire show.
This there was a report that people were boycotting. The writers were boycotting. Boycotting.
They're boycotting Chappelle.
That was just a scurrilous rumor.
Looks
out
like
there.
they've been boycotting the entire season.
Yikes! Come on.
Oh, what are they watching?
They probably are. They've been ripping me off for 20 years, which is not a good sign because it's not being reflected in the material. No, I'm just kidding. Peace and love, everybody.
The writers of SNL are
I did a
great.
tour with Chappelle a few years ago. We did a co-headline.
Yes, I was actually gonna say I was there. I was in the audience.
It was so fun.
Really?
And he's so funny. The cool thing, I was jealous that he smoked cigarettes because he just can. It's just a perfect pause.
Now
on
we
stage.
got controversy here because
You don't like
his
Chappelle?
anti-trans stuff coming out of him has gotten dark.
Oh, okay. I haven't been following that.
No,
I've-
yes, well, be warned.
No,
Okay.
that's actually the only thing about him that I like. I mean that part's fine. No, I'm kidding.
He seems to have gone off the deep end a little bit.
Yeah, I
Past
think he's
couple
just a
years.
little sensitive about criticism, and now he can't get over it. No, but I was at Oddball, and I remember,
Oddball. That was that.
yeah, Oddball. It was 2013, and it was his return to stand up. So I spent like $150 or $250.
$150,000.
Yeah, on tickets. And I remember just his opener, like his opening joke was like basically like, so what do I feel like talking about? And I was like, fuck. $150 on like, just like watching a guy figure it out on stage.
Yeah, he basically
and
smokes
the-
a cigarette for about
Yeah,
15
and
minutes.
it's like the thing is like, he's very charming for the first like 5 to 10 minutes, and then it's like now there's 15 minutes left, and just watching him kind of treat it like an open mic. And then we had to like, I remember just the walk back to the parking lot. it's like 5,000 people, and it was very quiet.
Oh.
You know, because
but
like
these guys played too?
yeah,
We
they were
were the
great.
first
Yeah,
half, I
they
think.
were the first, and then it was an intermission, I think, after you
Yeah.
guys played, and then it was like dark, and then Chappelle came. It was like this eruption, and then the walk back to the car was just people kind of going like, "Well, I'm glad he's back."
Yeah.
No one really no one quoted any because he didn't tell any jokes. He just
The one thing I remember was we were touring, he had a bus with a trailer, and the back of his trailer he had like 4 fancy motorbikes. So we'd get to we were playing these sort of outdoor amphitheaters.
yeah.
And they were usually quite far out of town. So there's nothing, and the shows are so big there'd be a traffic jam coming into the car park, like you say, with people leaving at the same time. But Chappelle and his buddies would get on the motorbikes and like,
Just zoom right past
yeah,
them.
I remember Jermaine and I was going like, how come we don't have any we need to get some motorbikes,
You
man.
got fucking bicycles back
Oh, we got
there.
Cassia tires.
That's why he's not writing jokes. He has to get motorcycles and shit.
Dude, Doug, remember that tour, Tim and Eric tour? We had bicycles
Yeah.
on the
was
bike,
fun.
on the bus.
It was a good move.
I was there. So the next year at Oddball, Chappelle
The fuck is this oddball?
Yeah, what is oddball?
It was
Was it
a comedy
comedy?
festival.
Yeah, is it
Where?
still going? I don't know if it's still going.
I don't know if it's still going, but it was like a touring festival, and so every year there would be a different headliner, and it would be
Okay.
like a bunch of different big names.
Right.
So the next year, Chappelle was not headlining, but it was like Louis C.K., Bill Burr was there. I think Mark Maron was there. Like it was a big. So it was like 11 p.m. I went again the next year. And it's like it was getting late, and some people were leaving during Louis' set just because it was getting so dark. And Louis was like, "Don't leave, guys! There's a big surprise coming."
Were there no lights there? What's the deal with it being dark?
It was just like 11 p.m. It was just outside, and it was just really people just kind of wanted to go home. It
Yeah.
was so late, and then Louis like, "Don't go home. We have a big surprise for you." And then the lights go out, and then it comes back in, and Chappelle is there, and people go crazy, and he's like, "Okay, guys, I just landed, and." So I didn't write any shit, but and I'm like, what the
another-
fuck?
this
And I'm like,
again.
what? And then like everyone was kind of like, we need to go home.
Oh.
And he wouldn't leave until he got a laugh. Like, and it was, yeah, thank you. Yeah. So I
Tough.
remember,
Look, man.
yeah.
Were you just there as
hilarious.
a fan?
Yeah, I was there as a fan. And
Big Chappelle fan.
I actually had, I was the biggest Chappelle fan. I hadn't come out as trans yet. So like, I actually like got annoyed back then when people were like, he's starting to be transphobic. And I'm like, oh, they need to get over it. But I agree he wasn't funny.
Got
So I actually like, I was one of the cool people who thought he was funny. He was not funny before the trans stuff. I'm like one
Well,
of those hipster.
Brett, we don't want to make Brett feel uncomfortable. You're fine.
I'm
all
fine. Yeah,
this talk,
no,
you know.
I'm gonna check out what Chappelle's been up to.
Yeah.
It's 9 years ago since I saw him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy for you that you're out of the loop.
Yeah.
'Cause that's a
He
healthy
doesn't have
place
Twitter,
to be.
Tim. He
I
doesn't have
know.
Twitter, so how is he going to know?
Oh, don't worry. I mean, if you're friends with Chappelle, I'm not going to get mad at you.
Who are your Hollywood friends? Who are your?
I mean, I haven't seen Chappelle since we left the gig. I wouldn't say it was 9 years ago. We're not.
See, now
close.
he's all afraid.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like afraid of like.
We're not canceling anybody.
He
on
actually
this
saw
show.
Chappelle like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
Chappelle was actually
He
outside
dropped
the
you off.
studio.
But you're in New Zealand, so you don't really have a Hollywood crowd.
Nah, that's what's quite nice about Wellington. Is there's not much show business. There's Peter Jackson.
Yeah, you know Peter.
I know Peter Jackson, and I know Jermaine, and then Tyker's sometimes around.
Does he live down there too?
Game lives in Moncton.
Yeah.
Tyker lives in Los Angeles.
He's full Hollywood.
He's
now.
full Hollywood now. Yeah,
He's full Hollywood.
he's very popular. He does super
25 shows.
Marvel. He does Marvel films.
I know.
Yeah, he's massive.
If you call him, does he call you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just. I can't. It's not,
I did that
I can't
off-
guarantee that. If I called him now, I don't know.
Text him right now. Say, are you?
Tim wants to see if you're still my friend.
Yeah. I did that.
He's probably going to call in. He's probably watching.
Call in. I got questions for him too. What about Oh yeah, I did that Our Flag Means Death show.
Oh yeah, that's what they're filming now in New Zealand, the second season.
Oh, they're filming it there?
Yeah, they
No
filmed
wonder
the
I didn't
second
get a
season
call
there.
to be in the
Yeah.
second season.
If you go down, you could probably get on it.
Get me a business class flight down there. Get me on Qantas. What am I taking to get down there? Qantas?
Qantas would
Air New
take you
Zealand.
to Australia. Air
Right.
New Zealand is
Air New Zealand, of course.
post-COVID. Air New Zealand is the only plane. There's only one plane that gets you to New Zealand.
Just goes back and forth,
It-
back and forth.
It actually does. Yeah.
It's funny. I just said the worst thing ever. That's funny. The worst thing.
Oop.
That's funny.
TBS.
Yeah, everybody comes up to me about that
TBS.
show.
The,
everybody.
The pirate show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very popular.
They love it.
People love it. Reese,
I haven't seen it.
Reese is loving it.
I was doing scenes with him.
Oh, mate, he's so funny, man.
He's the
He
best.
lives in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Another Hollywood sellout.
Yeah. Washed out.
But you were living here for a while?
He's over here earning money. I was here for a good 8, 9, 10 years, pretty much.
You were doing Muppets
Doing
movies?
some Muppets movies, and then I was sort of going between the two countries, and then I had when I say 3 kids, I was like, okay, can't keep traveling so much. And
Right.
Going to school. I was like, should I take the kids to school in Los Angeles or New Zealand? And I was like, okay, no, I'll just keep them in New Zealand.
Do you feel like out of the loop when you're down there, or it doesn't matter?
Massively out of the loop, especially because I don't use social media very much.
What do you do? This is a good. What do you do all day? Are you productive?
I write songs for movies
Right.
most of the time, but they're quite surreal. Like I get emails saying, "Can you write a song about a unicorn that wants to be a star?" So then that's my days in a world like.
Really?
That's so fun.
Sing away, and then I send the demo off and send it off to the movies.
And they either happen or don't happen.
Yeah, more often than not, they don't happen because they change the story.
Right.
They change the plot. And the unicorn doesn't want to be a star anymore.
But these aren't musicals. These would just be a song.
They're
in
like
it?
animated movies with songs.
Right.
Yeah. I've done a little bit of the like Broadway stuff, sort of developing shows. We're doing a George Saunders book.
Oh yeah.
Really fun. It's called The Brief and Frightening Reign of Phil, and it's about a guy who it's in this 2 countries, in this world with 2 countries. It's a long story. Should I tell you the story? Is it too long?
I got nothing else to do.
Okay, well, okay.
I got nothing else for Robin.
No. I want to hear this.
You want to hear this, Rob?
Sure.
So, like, the George Saunders, guy wrote Lincoln in the Bardo.
Yeah.
And really surreal, like that guy from Wales, maybe. I'm from Ireland. You know,
Yeah.
kind of surreal, funny, political stuff. And he's made this world where there are 2 countries. One only fits 6 people, and the other country's big. And one day the small country shrinks. There's like an earthquake, and now only fits 1 person. And the other 5 fall into the bigger country. And now the bigger country, like, oh God, what do we do?
Right.
It's an invasion, it's war. And they set up a refugee sort of enclosure.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy called Phil who's kind of a loser. It's like, we should tax them. And then the story follows his rise to power. He becomes president, and then he commits genocide.
Jesus
We know a guy
Christ.
named Phil that's kind of a loser.
So
We know a guy named
so
Phil that
you
did a
that
genocide.
was a book,
It's a book.
and then
so-
you're adapting that into a musical.
Yeah, like a theater, Broadway, a pretty dark Broadway show.
Yeah.
It sounds really funny.
It's pretty funny. It's like
I wish
George
we would.
Saunders is
I wish I
really
would have.
funny.
I wish I would get those opportunities because, frankly, I'm also a good songwriter, and people should be contacting me to be doing musicals.
Well, I'll
Hell yeah,
I'll
hell
let
yeah.
them know.
Well, speaking
Once
of
you
music,
get
Some of
too
them are
busy.
good. Some of them are
bring
good. You
Brett's
don't want
band
to.
in?
Yes,
Well, I
we
have
should.
to agree with you because of the power dynamic here. You're the host. Yes, you are amazing, Tim. Yep.
I want to do a music. I have an idea for a musical, and I don't know how to approach it, but it's a big task.
A Broadway show.
Yeah.
You should do it, man.
What's the idea?
Great, yeah.
Can you say it?
It's also very dark. it's the Bill Maher story.
Club Random. Club Random.
Yeah.
Rise and fall of Bill
Club Random. This is my story about how I started.
It Office Hours Live. The
Yeah,
musical.
that could
There
be.
you go.
Yeah.
No, it's a very dark post-apocalyptic musical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's coming.
You're like as bitchy as Bill Maher, but yours is kind of a character.
Yeah,
Like it's like Bill Maher
It's
is like
clearly-
you, but like he's actually kind of a prick to his
it's
guy.
clear that Bill Maher is trying to be as nice as possible
Yeah,
when he's on.
and he fails every step of the way.
Yeah,
One of the grumpiest people I've ever seen.
a lot of this.
Yeah.
All right, yes, that's a good idea, Matt. Let us, if you don't mind, would you be open to playing a song for us?
Yeah. No.
It would be really weird if you said no because your band is here.
I think they're waiting out there. Yeah.
Yes,
should we
we're
get
gonna.
the-
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can come
Let's
on
get
in.
it going.
yeah. Sorry about the earphone.
You want to?
Yeah, what is this? The whole
a-
show like this? Robin's like this. They're like you
I
don't want to
know.
listen to this.
No, no, no.
They're not
Help.
staying in.
You want to take a Zoomer in the meantime?
Yes, let's take a Zoomer.
Or a,
I'm just kidding.
we could check in on the hot. Let's check the hotline.
Is anybody on the hotline?
Yeah, we got Casey. 980. Casey, you're live on the hotline.
Casey,
Yeah, what's up?
what's up, dog?
What's up, T?
What you got for me?
Hi, it's me, Casey.
All right, I want to talk. I want to talk about the band Dear Nora.
Say the
Did y'all
game.
listen to Dear Nora?
Dear Nora?
I feel like
The
I've
band
heard that name.
Dear Nora. Yeah.
Casey can answer. Casey.
Yeah, they're really good. They're
Oh, that's
they're
right.
really good. They're a truly independent band. And I actually have Dear Nora.
We're working on getting them on the show, friend.
Yes.
Dear Nora?
Yeah,
Are you
Yo,
serious?
have you ever heard of Dear Nora?
Luke's brother is in the band.
Oh,
Luke's
yeah.
brother's in the band.
They're
Okay.
great.
All right, we will.
Wait, is Luke? Is that
Yeah,
Luke
yeah,
Cullen?
I host a radio show called Miss Jazz that airs on Boone Area Community Radio on Sundays.
Yeah, I listen to that.
And they're going to be on my show.
I'm
I know you've listened.
We don't
to,
need
you've
to
been on
book
the show.
What's
Yeah,
Boone?
and I
Where's
actually,
Boone area? What
I
is
reached
that?
out to Doug
Don't go
about
deeper with this
doing-
guy. Come on. We got a whole band here
Wanna
ready
talk.
to go.
Boone, where is Boone? Where is Boone?
It's North Carolina.
All right.
Good.
It's in the mountains.
Okay.
It's in the high country.
All right, we'll check out your radio show and check out Dear. Is it Dear Nora?
Yeah, Dear,
Dear Nora.
Okay, Dear Nora coming up soon at the top of the hour. But right now, we got new music from Bret McKenzie and his band, most of his band. Take it away, Bret.
All right. We got Leo on keys. Oh. How's that? You got the guitar? Cat and Moana on vocals. Well, here's a little song to let you know I love you. It's just a little tune to let you know I care. A simple melody, 'cause I've been thinking of you. I wanted you to know, I wish that I was there. 'Cause some of these days are getting kinda slow now. Yeah, wanna be alone now. Unless I'm alone with you. And all of these nights are getting kinda slow now. Yeah, I wanna be with you now. Whoa, yeah, you know I do. 'Cause here's a little song to let you know I love you. It's just a little tune to let you know I care. A simple harmony for me to wrap around you. Keep my baby warm when I'm not there. 'Cause some of these days I'm feeling kinda low now. Yeah, and everywhere I go now, I wanna go with you. And all of these nights are getting kinda cold now. Yeah, I'm only getting old now. I wanna be getting old with you now. 'Cause not a day goes by without me thinking I love you. Not a night goes by without me dreaming I'm there. Not a day goes by without me thinking I need you. It ain't around me being here when baby you're way over there. Oh, well here's a little song to let you know I love you. It's just a little tune to let you know I care. A simple harmony for me to wrap around you and keep my baby warm when I'm not there.
Boy, that just put me in a good mood. I was in a terrible mood. And here,
It's a good
look at
Thursday.
that. Look at man. Give me one of
Man,
these.
Leo, that's
That was
Leo.
fantastic. What's his name over
Leo
here?
Cagini on keys.
Do we have him on
Amazing,
camera?
right?
No. Oh, we do. Okay, that was good. Where'd you pick up that boogie woogie from?
So good, right?
It's so great. And you guys
Yeah,
sounded
the
terrific.
band have all come up from New Zealand, so it's been super fun.
Unbelievable. That was great. It sounded great. What a great energy. And I feel loved.
Cool,
I
yeah.
feel loved. For the first time in my goddamn life. I feel seen. I feel loved. And it took you coming in here to do it. Why? Why shouldn't people closer to me in my life say that to me?
Yeah.
My parents, my wife, my kids. No one's ever said they love me. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Brett, unfortunately for him, is going to stick around. Okay, you guys just stick around. Everyone, let's just have a party. Let's have fun. Robin will be back. Join patreon.com/Office Hours Live if you want to catch the full show later. And we'll be back in a few minutes.
Shelter from the storm. Welcome to my light. Wander through